Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your October 2021 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a bridge and a gap spread. And the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. We'll look at the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we're done with all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind that while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and cards on the right as the other person's, if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so we'll fold that out of the way, we'll get it started. Past energy on your side, we have Grace. So this is the equivalent to the Star card in traditional tarot, and for you guys that's your 12th house. So could just be saying that you might have been getting a lot of signs and synchronicities pointing you toward this person. Possibly just a lot of things in your dream world, because if we even look at the artwork, you get its focus. Looks like she's passed out basically, and there's like an angel type figure picking her up out of the fire. So it could just be one of those things where, like I said, I feel like this is saying a lot of this was probably subconscious, especially for you guys since Aquarius energy is your 12th house. So I feel like you might have just been seeing signs leading you toward this person. Or at the very least, you might have felt that it was there was something faded about the connection. Alright, past energy on their side. We have the Nine of Chalices, which is actually Pisces energy, and the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So could just be saying that in a way they might have felt like you were a wish fulfillment for them. So like I said, it looks like you might have been feeling some kind of faded energy. It looks like they definitely did as well. Now with the Hermit energy, might have represented them wanting to start something serious with you, given that for you guys, Virgo energy would represent your energy of partnerships and relationships. But I feel like they might not have come through and actually communicated that part to you. So they might have expressed some feelings, but possibly not just the level and the depth of their feelings. Possibly because they might have felt that you had someone else in the picture, because if we look at the artwork, we see the people in the background there. And someone got this exact combination in the past for their reading as well. It might have been, it wasn't one of the other water signs. I think it might have been one of the air signs, possibly Libra or Aquarius. So if you're dealing with one of those signs, you definitely should check out that reading too. All right, present energy on your side, we have contemplation. So this is actually the equivalent of the Hermit card here too. So they had it in the past, now we see you have it in the present. And interestingly enough, we see his back is turned to the cards on his side. So again, I feel like a lot of this is happening in the subconscious for you guys, where you have the feelings. That's what I'm picking up on anyway, but I feel like there is no communication from your side about those feelings. Because like I said, in this artwork here, we see no communication coming from that person. And now here your back is turned, right? Drawing a picture, but not necessarily communicating. So I feel like this is expressing, pointing to a lot of unexpressed emotions at this time. All right. Present energy on their side, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So more Virgo energy here. And here we actually see he's holding a fruit and he's actually extending it to her. So I feel like that's pointing to an offer coming your way. They might actually, like I said in the past, look like they were considering wanting to enter into something more serious with you. But with that Hermit energy, I got the impression that they didn't actually come flat out and say that. With this in the present, it looks like they are more likely to do so. The only thing I would say is with the Knight of Pentacles, it still does represent the slowest moving knight. So even if they finally have made up their mind that, yes, I'm totally going to do this, it still might take a little while before they physically come through with it. But to me, this does represent that it's almost guaranteed that they will. It just might take longer than you would expect. Let's see, future energy on your side. We have the Two of Staves. So this is an energy of taking action, actually, and having a lot of energy behind it, a lot of optimism behind it, but at the same time, just looking at the artwork, his back is turned to the cards on the side. So again, I'm still not sure if you guys are actually going to wake up to the potential with this connection. It's interesting because obviously their energy is supposed to represent the energy of your main love interest. So that at least gives me the impression that you're watching this reading with the assumption that this is the person that you are interested in, but yet just looking at the artwork here and the particular energies of these cards, looks like you're not giving them any attention. So it's very weird. But so I mean, for some of you, if we just take that part of the equation out, right, which is to say that the back is turned, and we just look at it as the energy by itself, this can represent you actually making a move toward a fresh start with this person. So let's say they come in with the offer, and you do decide to accept that offer. But yeah, for some of you, again, I feel like this might just be one of those things where it's just staying in your head. You're not actually communicating to this person that that's how you feel. Future energy on their side, we have the Three of Chalices, so this is Cancer energy, and the Queen of Chalices, so more Cancer energy here too. So it's interesting, we saw a little bit of water with the Earth there, Earth energy here, now we have a lot of water energy, so you could be dealing with someone who has prominent Earth and water in their chart, but it's almost like mixing the practical with the emotional though. And with the Three of Chalices here, Three of Cups is definitely usually a celebratory energy. And here, with seeing that egg there, it makes me think of them seeing this connection has a lot of fertility behind it, a lot of potential to grow, to flourish. And with the Queen of Chalices, I feel like those feelings are probably just growing too. I feel like that's how I would see those two cards together. So in the future, looks like they will be a lot more in touch with their emotions and actually communicating to you that they have that desire to build the connection with you. And let's see, the bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Two of Arrows. So this is actually Libra energy here. And at the time I'm recording this, this represents the first 10 degrees of Libra, and that's where the sun is basically in those degrees. So could just be saying that this is where you are right now, as far as, I mean, if we look at the artwork there, it looks like, again, there's a woman sleeping, and then there's an angel looking over her. And that brings me back to the energy that we were seeing there with Grace. So, yeah, a lot of this, like I said, just seems to not be happening in the 3D. It's a lot of, like, you're dreaming it up, maybe even daydreaming, thinking about this person, but I don't necessarily feel like you're taking any action toward it whatsoever. And seeing the angel symbolism in a couple of these cards, again, at the very least, I would say that to me points to you should pay attention for synchronicities and signs that might be pointing you in the right direction. But it looks like there's definitely a lot of that within this connection. But for whatever reason, it seems like you're not really acting on it. Not exactly sure why, but that's definitely what keeps repeating. And then the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the moon. So yeah, I mean, to me, I would primarily see this as probably saying that they're probably a little confused by what's going on with the connection too, although they do seem pretty persistent. If anything, like I said, it looks like they're growing with their feelings towards you and moving toward that. So this could just be pointing to keep an eye out on the lunar cycles this month too. So we're going to have a new moon in Libra, and then of course toward the end of Libra season we'll have the full moon in Aries. So 8th house and 2nd house full moons for you guys, or moons wherever for you guys. Keep an eye out for that. And we'll see what we get from the oracle cards. So first we'll see if we get anything from the Aqua Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but here I'm just looking for jumpers as far as unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And what I've been doing, actually, normally I would only take jumpers, but this month I've actually just been pulling cards too if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up. So I think I'm just going to go with that for the rest of the readings this month, and we'll see what I decide to do for next month. But yeah, first we'll see if I get any unspoken messages from you to them. Okay, got one there, and next we'll see if we get any from them to you. Almost have one there. Alright, so yeah, what I'll do is I'll just put the deck down and just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll just pull a card. Okay, take this one here. Well, actually, we'll read the card from their side first. From your side, rather, first. Alright, so. Wow, okay. It says within a year or more. So this could take a while, clearly, just from the looks of that message, right? I don't know if this is saying that finally by Aries season, which would be about 6 months from now, you might finally start the connection. But yeah, I mean, definitely seems like I said, the feelings seem to be there on your side, but I don't know, there's like a disconnect where you're not actually coming through with them. But I mean, to be fair, it does say within a year, so that could be 2 months, right? 2 weeks, 2 days, but yeah, definitely seems like this could take a while. All right, and then on their side, we have love. It says, my heart is opening and I'm ready. So yeah, I mean, in a way, it almost seems like I don't even necessarily know if your heart is closed. It's just weird. Like, obviously, you guys would know what's going on with yourselves more than I would, but like I said, it seems like there's just these signs and synchronicities, and I feel like there is that desire on the one level, but it doesn't seem like you're expressing that at all to this person. But to see this on their side, as far as my heart is opening, I mean, it seems that way for sure with the cards I was seeing. If anything, maybe in the past with that hermit energy, that might have pointed to, they expressed some of what they were feeling, but not all. But yeah, for the most part, it looks like they're there already. But hopefully that resonated with you. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck also, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice, and then we'll wrap up. Alright, so let me just put the deck down again. And give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll just pull a card. Okay. We have Imagine. There's the artwork and the number is 20. It's just funny to see that because that word alone, like I said, it seems like subconsciously you are thinking about this and getting signs, but making it happen in the real world doesn't seem to be what's happening, but we'll see what it says in the book. In other words, it seems like you're already there with the imagine part. Let's see. Alright, it says turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, illusions. The Oracle's message. Who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. So interesting message there because it does align with the overall energies on your side. And then that whole within a year or more thing, maybe you do know what you're doing as far as this is your plan to manifest it somehow with the energy there. But hopefully that resonated with you. The relationship message says in matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. So yeah, a pretty interesting message there, and that particular message does seem to point to it saying, okay, daydreaming about it is one thing, but actually taking action toward it is what's going to be what actually gets the relationship off the ground. Like I said, maybe you guys just aren't there yet. For what it's worth, it does seem like this person is more likely to continue to move toward you, so maybe that'll help with the situation. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.